Hello and welcome back to Save Ourselves, or if you're new here then hi, I am Aparna, and in today's video we will be talking about how to do a mid-year reset. And before we get started, let me just tell you that the Save Ourselves YouTube channel is all about self-help, productivity, organization, bullet journaling and much more. So if these are topics that interest you, I urge you to consider subscribing to this channel, and when you do, don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload. And now without further ado, let's get right into the video. So in this video, we will be talking about the what, why and how of a mid-year reset. So we will be talking about what exactly is a mid-year reset and why is it important to do a mid-year reset, and of course, how to do a mid-year reset. Let's begin with what exactly is a mid-year reset. So we are right in the middle of the year, and it's the exact time when our goals can start to seem a little blurry and the habits and resolutions we began the year with all seem a little tangled up. And not that we are off track or anything, life can be going pretty well for us, but it's the need for the seasonal dusting, and everything needs maintenance, and so do our lives. So to ensure that all the aspects of our lives are in that sparkling clean state we want them to be in, a mid-year reset is the way to go. So by definition, a mid-year reset is essentially taking stock of your life and glancing over each and every aspect of your life. Now let's move on to discussing why is it important to do a mid-year reset. Now I think most of us have this big planning day around the New Year's time when we will set resolutions for ourselves. We will set a few goals we want to achieve and maybe a few habits that we want to form, and then the year goes on, maybe we achieve those goals or maybe we don't, and then at the end of the year is when we will take time to reflect on how the year has been and try to gauge where we are at now. But I think a year is a pretty long time to go without stopping in between and looking at how far we've come and where we are going next. And I think a mid-year reset gives you the opportunity to pause right in the middle of the year and have another planning session and a reflection session as well, where you can reflect back on the 6 months that have passed and you can take stock of all the aspects of your life. You can see if you're on track with the habits that you wanted to form, if you can see if you're on track with the goals that you wanted to achieve, and see how far you've come with the resolutions you set at the beginning of the year. Apart from that, you can also make a few changes if you want at your current position in life and see how you want to spend the next 6 months, and just take this time to make some changes in your routines or form new habits or make some changes in your resolutions and goals as well. Maybe something that was relevant to you 6 months ago is not relevant to you because of the current circumstances that you find yourself in. A year can change a lot of things in your life, and I think just adding a 6-month point in between to have this pause and look back and look forward can give you an opportunity to just gauge everything in your life and just have a maintenance and upkeep of your own life. Now that we've talked about what is the mid-year reset and why is it important to be done, let's move on to the main focus here, and that is how to do a mid-year reset. Now I will be breaking this topic down into its components, as in what all goes into a mid-year reset, and the techniques, that is what are the ways in which you can do a mid-year reset. Let's start with the components first. So some of the things that can be a part of your mid-year reset are: number 1, reflecting on your New Year's resolutions and reprioritizing according to your current life. Number 2 is taking note of all of your pending tasks. Number 3 is scheduling a life admin day and taking care of all the administrative work in your life, such as bills or appointments or documents, etc. Number 4 is decluttering and cleaning out your physical space. Number 5 is decluttering your digital space and all of your devices. Number 6 is making required changes in your planning system. Number 7 is making required changes in your routines or habits. And number 8 is making certain decisions and lifestyle choices for the remaining half of the year. Now, of course, this is not an exhaustive list, and you can add or subtract components as per your lifestyle and whatever suits you. So feel free to use whatever components you want from this, or if you have any more components to add, leave them in the comments below and we can add to this list. Now moving on to the technique of doing a mid-year reset. Now while there is no standard format for doing your mid-year reset, Here's how I did mine. So I use an app called Notion for doing my mid-year reset, which just holds all of my data, and there's a lot of information that I can put in so many different ways. And the way I did it was I made separate pages for all the categories that I have in my life. So I have things like daily routine or household management, the morning routine I want to form, the night routine, some planning I want to do in some aspects of my life, my personal well-being in health, my social life and the community around me, some miscellaneous goals that I want to have, the quality of life that I want to have, personal finance, so on and so forth. So you can make separate pages or separate basically categories of all your lives, and then make down lists or things you want to do, or reflect on how this aspect has been for the past 6 months. And if you don't use Notion, or if you're not a more of a digital person, then you can also use a simple notebook or a bullet journal or even a notes app on your phone to do that. Like I said, there is no standard format, but more or less taking account of all the aspects of your life and basically reflecting on the past 6 months for each of these aspects, and also planning out the next 6 months for each of these aspects, can form a mid-year reset that is catered to your own lifestyle. Now, the aspects that you have in your life will obviously be different from mine, and feel free to add whatever kind of small or big things you want to add in this mid-year reset and make it as tailored to you as possible. So these are all the things I wanted to share with you regarding doing a mid-year reset. Now, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, there will be an accompanying blog post that you can find linked in the description below, so feel free to check that out. I always post blogs to go along with the videos that I post on this YouTube channel, and they are available on www.saveourselvesblog.com, and they are always linked in the description below, so don't forget to check those out. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.